Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. I wanted to have a quick little porch talk with you today. It's been a long while since I've done any of these, but I had a little bit of something put on me, so here we go. Um, let's talk about, and I've talked about this in the past, but I'm talking about it again because it will absolutely bring you from here to your knees, okay? And it's you let it happen, and we've got to fight against this, okay? So negativity, right? Negativity. um there are people who i don't I don't understand them, okay? Their entire being is negative, and it's sad, okay? But you know we got to put that off. We got to put that off of us, okay? I'm going to take you right here. I'm going to give you one verse, Colossians 3, verse 8, all right? But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Okay. All these things to me fit in with negativity. Negativity fits right here with me as well. You know, if somebody comes up to you and says, wow, it's a beautiful day outside, okay? Versus somebody coming up to you and saying, oh gosh, it's so hot outside. Okay? What do those do to you? Okay? To your being. All right? When somebody says, oh, what a beautiful day outside, it lights me up inside when somebody says something nice. Okay? Versus somebody saying something negative. Even as simple as, oh, it's hot outside. Okay? It's summer. It's summer. It's summer. Okay? It's gonna usually be hot, okay? Does that have to be a negative thing? I'm just giving you a simple example here, okay? Does that have to be a negative thing, all right? The communication that comes out of your mouth affects others, all right? It affects you. Obviously, it affects you, but it also affects others, okay? So let us all be more considerate of others. If you can't be considerate for yourself, be considerate of others, okay? That communication is filthy communication, right? At its bottom level, it's just filthy communication. We can say positive things about everything, okay? It's raining. It's rained for weeks. Now, I'm not talking about natural disasters, floods. Okay, don't get me wrong here. I'm not talking about things like that. There's places for positivity in that as well, though. Okay, you need to understand that. But it's raining, it's wet here. You can make jokes about things. You can put a positive spin on negative things. Okay. Well, the plants and vegetation and lakes and rivers and wells, people's wells will be full, okay, if there's a lot of rain. That's a positive thing that happens. You can find, just like that person that finds the negative in everything, you can be that person that finds the positive. You can be that person that finds the positive in everything. You can be the light in the darkness, okay? And you're saying, what can me not complaining about the heat make a difference in somebody's life? Well, you know what? If I hear all day long from everyone I talk to that it's miserable, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's horrible, it's terrible, that does something to me. It does something to you too, whether you realize it or not. That energy brings you down. Versus if I hear all day long, what a beautiful sunny day it is outside. Listen to those birds singing. Wow. That sun just makes me smile. Or, anything like that. Look at God's creation today and all the glory of it. All right? If I ran into 10 people today and I heard positivity from 10 people, that alone would make me, it would just bring me up that much more. And I tell you, I've had things in my life happen that have brought me to my knees, as everybody has. And those things, thankfully, brought me to Him, because He has pulled me out of that. And He has pulled me up out of that so much that I walk around with a smile. And I try to be positive, even in the bad, okay? And God has given me that. And I want you to find that. And I want you to give that to others, okay? We as Christians, it is our job to be out there being the light for others. So it's your job, it's your duty to God to do that. So get out there and do it. And yes, everybody has problems, everybody hurts, everybody has things happening. Every single one of us. And it is our job as Christians to lift others. It is your job to lift someone else. No matter where you're at, you need to be lifting somebody else up. And if you're out there doing that daily, you're going to find that it lifts you up as well. It's a beautiful thing, okay? And I got a little story for you. 2 nights ago, I was out. This is so cool, you guys. I was out and I was putting the chickens up, and that just means they go in their little house at night, and we shut their door and latch it so no critters can get in there, and get to them at night. So I was going to do that, and I caught movement from above. So I looked up, and what did I see but an owl, a screech owl, okay? So I look up and I see that owl, and it's low light outside. So I think it was the gray variety, but I can't be 100% positive. I think it was the gray variety over the brown variety of the eastern screech owl. But so I saw that owl, and it was just looking at me, and it swooped down and went over me and into a hollowed out tree that we have. It's not hollowed out. It's just the very top of it. I think lightning had struck it, and it had a little hollowed out knob kind of thing at the top. The tree's still fine, but it went over there to it, and I watched, stood there and watched. I heard John, he was out doing something with the vehicles. He's always trying to make our lives better, but he was out there fixing something. But anyway, I said, John, come, because anytime we see some wildlife like that, it's really special. It's a neat thing. So I called him to come, and as he's coming, I see it. I see 2 fuzzy baby screech owls. They don't have their feathers yet, they're fuzz. I see them looking. They're not making a sound. And that parent goes to them. And as I'm coming, I'm calling John, and I'm just, oh my goodness, there's 2 babies. You're not going to believe it. Get up here. And he's climbing the stairs trying to get up here. And as he's coming up, I sort of place him, to show him and tell him, point out to him. As he's coming up, the other one comes. So now we have 2 parents and 2 babies, and they're swooping around. And so we watch them for just a few minutes, and then we give them their piece, because they're agitated that we're seeing them and such. But we hear them all the time. We hear so much wildlife here. And taking a minute to really look at it and appreciate it for what it is it's a great thing. Um, Screech owls get to be between 6 and 9 inches tall at their full adult grown height. And they make some beautiful calls, and it's just lovely. We've also seen, oh shoot, is it a great horned owl? I'm pretty sure it's a great horned owl that we saw here. Obviously, we don't see that one until it's night, but the eyes, you know, we hear the calls, and what we'll do is, because it's just a joy to us, is we'll look up. I'm lucky in that John, he knows a lot about wildlife and stuff like that. So a lot of times he can get me pretty close to what species it is that we hear outside. And so I'll look it up, and we have this great internet, you know, so I'll look it up and listen to all the different calls they make, and go, oh, what's that one? You know, that's the one. It was a call. And, you know, oftentimes it'll tell you what that call will mean. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. It's just a neat moment, and I hope it's an illustration also that it's important to take those few moments in life and just get joy out of things around you, okay? And you may live in the city. I don't know, you know, if you're in the city and you don't get a lot of wildlife, watch the people. Take some joy in things you see, because if you really look, you're going to see some kindness. You're going to see that. And I hope that you take the time to recognize that and appreciate it for what it is. But thankfully, we are surrounded by a beautiful wooded habitat that is home to so many wonderful creatures, and we get to experience and learn about that all the time. And I'm very thankful for that. But I want you to do your best in your life, and I mean in your life. And when you wake up in the morning, when you go get your cup of coffee, when you talk to your spouse, when you talk to your kids or your parents or anybody, when you go off to work and you talk to your coworkers, even the ones that you have a hard time getting along with or anything like that, you know, be positive. Be as positive as you can be. And oftentimes that being positive may just be listening to somebody else. They just may need you to listen. And I just want you to go out there and be the light. And I can tell you that you will enjoy your life more if you'll just take a little bit of time to try to be more positive and stop with the negativity. We all have things that bring us down, and I have Jesus Christ that brings me up every single moment of the day. And yeah, I want you to just hear me out. And you know, years ago, if I'd have said that I would be sitting here today telling you the things that I tell you, I wouldn't, I don't know, I might be surprised, but I'm so excited to tell you these things. And I want to just stress how important it is to do these things, right? These little things. You know, what does a drip in a bucket mean? You say, not a whole lot, Mandy. Well, that drip, if it keeps dripping, it's going to overflow that bucket in time. Absolutely, positively, 100%. That little drip is going to overflow that bucket. You know, there's turtles out there that live to be 150 years old. Do you know that? It's amazing, isn't it? There's a hummingbird. Pleasure in the little things. But when everything comes out, all the new leaves, all the flowers bloom, everything comes out, and my allergies attack, okay? Um, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I sort of take some antihistamines and things to try to clear that up. But it's the most beautiful thing, you know, to see all those baby green leaves open up, and it changes my view around here so much. Um, from going from winter to spring into summer, my view is just completely changed, and I just love it. And I try to take joy in every little thing that God gives me. And yes, I screw it up a lot. I'm a sinner like everybody else, and I screw everything up. But I want you to get back up. You know, when you fall down, get back up. And if you get negative, if you get down on yourself or down on somebody else, please try to turn that around, because you can. And that one little drop, it adds up, okay? Well, I guess that wraps up another Porch Talk. So I just want you to always remember that Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.